Now, I know that we've talked about playing basketball before. Last summer you busted up your ankle when right before you would come to town. But you were also a hockey player.
Yes.
Growing up, too. Wasn't there a point where you thought, I think hockey may be my livelihood one day?
Yeah. Did you hear the story? Or
no, I haven't heard the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I loved hockey. I wanted to be a hockey player, and I showed some promising talent as a kid, and
What was your position?
I started out as left wing, and then as I got taller and I got pretty physical, I was like kind of a goon. They moved,
out of here.
But I was a good backward skater. I was a pretty good skater, so they moved me back to defense.
Did you fight a lot?
Oh, yeah, that was like the first thing I started doing. And like when I was 9 years old, and I was in like musicals. I was into acting and stuff. But I'd get on the ice, and something would just get over me, and I would just start,
That's
just
great.
Killing people, and I get into fights, and then fighting was easy because you had the cages on, so you didn't actually get hurt. It was just who had the most force because you had the glove on and it hits the cage, and can you knock the guy off his feet, basically.
That's great.
And I started right away with that, and it's a great sport. The combination of finesse and grace with aggressiveness and physicality. I loved it, and then when I was about 14 years old, started listening to Bob Marley, started smoking weed.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really, I wasn't one of those kids that hit it well. I had a big picture of Bob Marley smoking a bong in my locker that I opened up. I started growing dreadlocks and wearing sandals to school in the middle of winter. And so the hockey coach was like, you can't be on the team. He actually kicked me off the team for my reputation.
Oh, that's why.
That's when I got into music. That's when I was like, screw sports, man. I'm gonna get into music, and that was it.
So do you ever look back every now and again, or maybe you're watching a hockey game and go, I wonder if Mr. Destiny, that stupid movie?
Yeah.
What if I hadn't got kicked off the team? Where would I be right now?
I would be probably in a whole different place. But I'm glad it went this way. I'm happy with how things turned out. So
in the studio, Matisyahu, who's just swinging through town.
Now, did you get a chance to check out any sports during the Olympics? Or you're just busy doing performing and whatnot?
Performing and going around making the rounds and all that. But yeah, I didn't really get to check it out so much, unfortunately.
Well, are you going to be in town for the weekend? Because we got a hockey game on Saturday night, right?
Sunday.
There's a game Sunday. If you still happen to be in town, you're not going to be in town, are you?
He's a busy guy, Finch. Come on.
You got really excited about that. I would love to go, man. But
I don't know if you're going to hang out in Tampa. I guess it's probably not a place where you're probably at the top of your list for places to come for vacation.
I like it. It's cool. Tampa, and we were just in St. Petersburg. Is a great city, I guess. I don't know if you guys have a rival or if it's like one city.
Well, I'm a St. Pete guy. I live in St. Pete. He's a Tampa guy.
It's the classic 813 versus the 727. Scenario that we have here.
Got a hand signal for that or something?
Well, listen,
we're working on it.
Well, what's coming up next for Matisyahu?
Let's see. We're just we're just going around with the song One Day and just trying to get that out there as much as possible. That's kind of it. And then touring, we're going Australia and South America, going back to some places I haven't been in a few years. This summer, we're going to a place I've never been. We're going to Russia and Poland to play shows.
That's great. Well, One Day, a huge hit for Alternative, and then all of a sudden it comes back because Akon gets a hold of it. How did that whole thing go down?
Well, I think the Olympics really had a big part in that, they played it so much. And then we asked, we got Akon to get on the track and try and see how the mainstream kind of audience likes it.
Was Akon your first choice to jump on that?
I don't know how it happened. How it happened was I knew someone who was working with him, was close with him, and played him the record, and he really really liked it and wanted to do it. So
it was you guys that set out. It was you that set out to find somebody to add a little something. You wanted to see if you could take this, One Day to the next level.
Yeah.
It wasn't the record company or Akon tracking you down, going, "Hey, man, I want to be a part of this."
Well, let's just say that it was. It's a lot better.
Now, was T-Pain your second choice if Akon said no?
Yeah, right.
Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye, sure.
What about it? Any other artists out there at the top of your list that you would love to work to right now, would walk out of the studio to go work with who?
The first person that comes to mind is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
What is it about Jay-Z? What would you like to see him do with your stuff?
I don't know. I would love to just hang out with him.
I'm right there with you, Modest. Maybe Beyonce is hanging out there too.
Exactly.
Be a great day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, where's Kosher Dill?
Oh, where's Kosher Dill?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened? Where is Kosher
He's
Dill?
got a video on MTV right now.
Get out of
does?
here.
Yeah, he's doing it, man. He's making it happen. This guy hustles more than anyone I've ever met.
Let me tell you about your boy Kosher Dill.
What did he do?
Backstage at Next Big Thing in December, he's walking around, and I was back there with Danielle, and he says, he starts. I didn't know who he was. He said, "Hey, I'm opening up for Modest. I'm Kosher Dill. I've got my CD. I'm ready to do an interview with you guys if you're ready." And we're not. And we said, "Oh, we just, I don't know what." We came up with some sort of lie, and we dropped off his CD, and he pretty much was going up to. He was working it. He was going up to everybody, dropping off his CD.
Dude, we had shows in Hawaii about a month ago. He calls me up, Modest, I booked the flights. I'm coming to Hawaii to sit in, What? Did you want to ask me first? Or? All right, dude. I mean, he's a talented guy. But I don't know who's funding his travels, but he's doing it. He rents a car. And when we went on tour, the story, we went on tour, and I didn't have room, on the bus and stuff, and he rented a car.
That's what he said.
And drove to every show, like 50 cities. We have 400-mile drives overnight. He drove to every show.
Well, who was funding all of this? Was he just?
I don't know where the money comes from. I'm not sure what's going on.
He's slinging those CDs then.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought when Next Big Thing happened this past December, I thought it was him that ended up stage diving, off the stage with you, but it wasn't him. It was one of the guys from Cage the Elephant.
Yeah.
And when you we didn't get a chance to talk to you about that, right before you're going to jump out in the crowd. How did he end up on stage, and how did you guys end up talking, making eye contact, and going, "Hey, let's leap into the crowd"?
Yeah, I watched his set, and I was totally impressed by his performance. I mean, he was kicking, butt. He was just, I know what you can and can't
you
say
can
on
say
the radio.
ass.
Okay, he was kicking total ass on stage, and was doing these stage dives where he dove Superman style, just front face out, and with the microphone and a wired microphone nonetheless, you know what I mean? It was so when I got off stage, I was like, would you stage dive with me? And then I felt like, okay, well, we got to take it to the next level. So that's when I set the monitors up, so that we would jump off the monitors. And he didn't realize that's what I was going for, skirted around it. But Kosher Dills won't stage dive anymore, because we one time, we do these freestyles, and one time we were in Boston, and he hit the punchline of his rap. It was something it was "My name's Kosher Dills, I'm all the rage, I do a spin around and jump off the stage." And then he jumped off the stage, and no one was ready for him. And you see him, he's 200, he's a big dude,
Yeah,
like a
big.
linebacker. And he missed, and this was in Boston, it was in Philly at Electric Factory, which is a stage is high off the ground. It's the stage starts way above everybody's head. And he just tanked. I mean, took down 15, the whole front corner of the room. Everyone was down, and then he tried to hobbling back on stage, limping back on the stage.
This guy's a warrior.
Well, Modest, it's a pleasure as always, sir.
Yeah.
Have a great stay here in Tampa. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, man.